back in the day when he was the champ, but definitely on his way back to that kind of guy. The weight loss has helped. Obviously, the training he has to do to get the weight off kept him in the gym a lot longer. It's really a good step for Tim. Now I think he's got full confidence ahead on the scorecards. He can go into the scorecard and try to bang it out.
Take a look at this punch here. Kraniotakes backing himself up against the cage, nowhere to go.
Oh.
Fires an uppercut that almost shaves off Tim's nose, but Tim immediately clinching up with him, and shortly after that, they went to canvas.
It's been with the spinning elbow, the uppercut. He's about 2 inches or 3 inches, a little bit too close to finish off this fight, and as a result, Tim's taking complete advantage of it.
Third and final round, 2018 after 2 on Frank's fight card. It is all for Andreas Kraniotakes to 2. Sylvia is ready to go. Kraniotakes hands on hips, breathing heavily here, the German. Tim bouncing around with the balls of his feet.
Let's be honest, Tim hasn't done really that much. He's just leaned on him, pushed on him. He hasn't had to use much energy because it's been very easy for him to control Kraniotakes in front of him. Look, he's sitting in front of him again. He's got full control, doesn't do much at all.
And now Kraniotakes breaks off for the first time in the fight. This is more like it now. Hit and move.
Yep, get out of the way. A little bit of guerrilla warfare. Get in there, hit a little bit, get out of the way. Hit a little bit, get out of the way. Run and hide is the best way to beat a guy like Tim. You can't stand in front of him. It's going to be impossible for him to beat Tim now because he's doing it so late and he's not going to have any power to be able to put him out.
Now Tim as always has those knees heavily braced. Andreas has some good kicks. He should go after the knees at Big Tim. Try and chop the tree down from the base, but it's not going to happen. Over under here for Sylvia. And we're back to where we've been for most of this contest, Frank.
Just pressing him against the cage, controlling the fight. And unlike the other fights, I don't think Tim is fighting not to lose. He's fighting to win, but it's just the style of how this fight has to go for him to be able to win with his style of fighting.
A lot of people thought this one would be over in the first round, either Sylvia or Kraniotakes' way, but it looks like it may go down to the decision. And certainly it hasn't been a barn burner of an affair. Trying to get the elbows off here, Kraniotakes. Little uppercut from Tim. Again, raking that elbow across the top lip is the German. Looking to pull the head down, maybe work a knee off the right leg here, Kraniotakes. Has he got something special in reserve, Andreas Kraniotakes?
Well, it's got to be deep reserve because he hasn't even removed his shoulder saying that he could possibly get back to later on in the fight that could pull something off late. It's been nothing but this is what we've been seeing. And now we're going to give it 20 seconds, we clinch back up again.
Oh, nice uppercut there from Kraniotakes and caught him with the left hook. That's more like it from the European. And Tim ties him up again. It's unfortunate, Frank, that Kraniotakes is landing in these short flurries, but they're not circling out of danger and just allowing Tim with his massive reach advantage to tie him up and lock him down like this.
He's really got to, we've been saying this whole time. Move the side, move the angles. You're playing in Tim's game. What are you going to do? Tim has perfect position. If he wants to step back into a tie clinch right now and start doing a bunch of knees, I think it's totally justified. He might find a way to finish this fight.
Well, certainly not an entertaining affair here in our main event. Sylvia doing as he's done, clinching up against the cage. Kraniotakes will get some strikes off here and no doubt be tied up once more. And there it is. Kraniotakes lands an uppercut. Sylvia clinches with him. Kraniotakes with a double underhooks. And the crowd let them know exactly what they think. Arlovsky did not impress anyone in our co-main event until the very final second with a head kick knockout. This main event has not impressed either. Inside knee there from Sylvia to both thighs. There is now 1 minute 35 remaining for Andreas Kraniotakes to pull a rabbit out of the hat. Thing is though, Frank, I don't have a rabbit and I don't see any hats.
He's going to pull a rabbit out of his butt.
Oh. He is Greek, maybe a goat.
Wow, really gonna pick on your fiance like that? Really?
Jab 2. And you see once again, Tim clinches up with him because Kraniotakes is only playing a straight line game. And he waltzes back towards our side of the cage. The wall and stall technique of Tim Sylvia, it will affect the win for him if this lasts another 50 seconds, which I dare say it will.
Yeah, unless Tim takes a half step back and starts throwing out some big body blows, comes up with a nice, clean overhand right, he can probably finish this fight off, but he won't do it.
If Kraniotakes can push back the face of Sylvia here and crack at him with an elbow, he may get it off in close range. He uses the elbows well. Simply dig the palm heel into the chin, back the head off, boom, with an elbow across the face.
He's got the position, he's got the space.
You see, he went for it then, he had the palm on the jaw of Tim, but Tim is ferociously strong in this position. 20 seconds now. Knee from Tim, answers the call from Pat Galotich. This is how the fight will end. We are not going to see a last second finish like we did in our co-main event. It is Sylvia grinding it out, clinching up against the cage for the entire 3 rounds, and listen to the crowd. We have gone to decision here. Kraniotakes, will he take it as a personal victory, Frank, that on 20 days' notice he went the distance on his USA debut against Sylvia, or will he rue the missed chance to have done a lot more, particularly with his footwork?
Well, if you're a tough competitor, which we know he is, he really is going to rue a little bit. He's going to be upset that he didn't get this stuff done. He's going to be a little bit mad that he didn't do more with it, but he's also going to be very proud of himself. He's able to hang with a better, much in shape, much more aggressive Tim Sylvia than we've seen in the past.
I've talked to guys in the locker room. I know. What's going to be the coach one? Huh? What's going to be the coach decision?
You know, he doesn't want to fight. He just want to lean on him. It's alright, you know. So at least we know he's not going to fight, you know.
Okay, it is time for the decision. Let's go up to Mike Vale.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of MMA action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges, Salvatore D'Amato, Cesar Valdez, and Matthew White, scored about 30-27. For your winner by unanimous decision, Tim the Maniac Sylvia.
Well, Tim Sylvia gets the win on his record, but it won't win over the fans. Here's Frank with Sylvia, and good sportsmanship there.
Well, Tim, big weight loss, 50 pounds down. You're obviously in better shape than you were. The fight wasn't pretty, but you're back on track.